everything that is asked. What is the classification of bed sore? Grade 1 is a non-blanchable erythema, 2 is partial thickness skin loss, 3 is full thickness skin loss, and 4 is extensive distraction with osteomyelitis. This was asked in our center, how to do an amputation dressing, bandaging. This is the photograph that you can just revise whenever you are going for exam. I think so I've covered almost the whole of the ward. Any questions?
Those who have taken cases, be ready, because after this talk we will have cases. Dr. Mahle is going to give talk on the specimens on the table which are asked in the practical. There are some more cases pending, so in case somebody wants to take up the more cases, you can go and choose the cases and you can get ready with them. And whenever you are taking patients, be gentle with the patients, because couple of patients complained to the management that they were not properly handled by the students. So I think that is one of the...
Good morning, everybody. At the outset, I must thank Dr. Parkar, who is the organizer of this PG training program. And I'm also very happy to give this lecture in presence of my teachers, Dr. Vilazo, who taught me how to examine the patient, how to operate, and how to check for the examination also. My talk is on the spot. I'm not sure whether the DNB candidates, they do have spots or not. They do have spots. The tables are different and spots are different.
There are 4 tables. Table is spots and both.
If you just pick the spots, there are 60 marks. So total 400 marks, and marks required for passing is 200. And I checked with the university, there is no separate passing. So the idea behind this spot is that if you do not do well in the clinical cases, and if you are on the borderline, you can compensate in the spot. Now, how many spots are kept in the examination? These are the general figures. At least minimum 4 or 6 or 10 spots are kept. And the marks are 15 or 10 or 6 of each spot. And as I said, the spot is very well used for compensation if you do not do well in the clinical examination. The funny part of this spot, the examiner is not present there. The spots arranged in one room, candidates are sitting there, and there is an expert who is available. He is controlling the whole program. So, in the rest of the examination, examiners are there. Naturally, candidates do have a tension. They tend to forget certain things, and they do not do well sometimes. But here, you can think and you can write properly. Most of the questions which are asked on the spot, they are MCQ type. So that if you answer correctly, you can score more marks. The syllabus is not very well fixed, but however, the spots are selected from the topics which are not included in the orthopedics, but they are related to the orthopedics, like radiology or pathology or physiotherapy. The time required is about 1 hour. So this is the list of the topics I selected. Of course, this list can go on n number of times. Pathology specimens, radiology, nerve conduction studies, histopathological slides, microbiology slides, various types of springs which are very well covered in the previous lecture, implants, drugs, material for cast and slabs, physiotherapy equipment, different types of hands, crutches, walking sticks, calipers, knee braces, footwear, different types of spinal braces, and spot diagnostic tests. They are usually not tests, but when I was the examiner, there was the examiner who came from Ahmedabad, and he was the external examiner, and he said it is very important. You must keep the spot diagnostic cases as a spot. For example, if there is a ganglion, candidate should write what is the diagnosis and what is the treatment like that. So we'll see one by one. The diagnosis usually is not written on the spot. Can anybody read this? Statement? See, in the bone tumors, you have to see whether the bone is located, where is the site, whether it is at the end of the bone, whether it is the metaphyseal region, or whether it is the diaphyseal region. And whether there is a new bone formation present or not, whether it is a destruction, whether there is soft tissue infiltration or not. From this point, we can make a diagnosis. So what you are supposed to do is, you have to describe this specimen and write a diagnosis. And then, once the diagnosis is written, different types of questions are asked on the spot, like what are the clinical features of this patient, what are the radiological features, and what are the current protocol for the treatment. Now, if you see this specimen, the lesion or destruction mainly in the metaphyseal region, there is a soft tissue infiltration also, and the color is whitish. The color could be white depending on, or blue, or maybe yellow depending on the which primary stage is involved. This is the typical specimen of the osteosarcoma. Okay. The next specimen is the typical specimen of the giant cell tumor. You can see the tumor is situated in the end of the long bone. And the expansile tumor, the tumor doesn't involve the cartilage, and there is no new bone formation or there is no terrestrial reaction. The tumor shows multiple cavities, multiple light spaces filled with the brownish material. So this is a very typical specimen of the giant cell tumor. Naturally, the question will be asked, what are the clinical features, what are the radiological features, which is very typical, that is soap bubble appearance, and what are the different types of treatment for giant cell tumors. Then the next one is of Ewing sarcoma. Now we know that the destruction is mainly in the diaphyseal region, which is slightly expansile region, and you get a onion peel type of appearance. This tumor basically starts in the medullary cavity and it spreads to the soft tissue to the eversion system. So this is a very typical specimen of the giant cell tumor. Again, the similar question will be asked: what are the clinical features, what are the radiological features, and what is the treatment? The next specimen is the aneurysmal bone cyst. This is the resorptive type of bone tumor. The location is mainly in the diaphysis or sometimes in the metaphysis. And you see the multiple cystic spaces containing the partially organized blood clot. So this is a typical specimen of aneurysmal bone cyst. Again, the similar questions will be asked. You have to write about the clinical features, radiological features, and the recent treatment. This is another specimen that can be get. This is the sequestrum and involucrum. This is a typical specimen of chronic osteomyelitis. Similarly, here you can see there is a involucrum and there is a sequestrum. Again, everything will be asked about the sequestrum. What is the definition of sequestrum? What are the peculiarities of the sequestrum? What are the peculiarities of sequestrum? Can anybody tell me? Rather, how will you define the sequestrum? Yes. Sequestrum.
Sequestrum is a dead necrotic bone which is one side surrounded by the granulation tissue, one side surrounded by the pus, one side is rough and one side.
So it is basically the dead bone which is actively separated from the living bone by granulation tissue. And then naturally the next question will be, what are the peculiarities of the sequestrum? What are the peculiarities? Yeah. So it's a dead white color. It is brittle in consistency. Size and shape is not fixed. Sorry? Yeah, do not have concrete. Yes. When you will remove, what are the indication of sequestectomy? When you will remove the sequestrum? If the X-ray shows sequestrum.
It should be natural enough in AP and lateral views it should be three cortex should be separate out from the nucleus.
Yes. It should be a sizable sequestrum. If it is very small or tiny, it can be discharged through the sinuses or it can get absorbed in the body. So basically it should be a sizable sequestrum. It should be very well separated from the parent bone and there should be enough amount of involucrum should be formed. If the involucrum is not formed, if you remove it, what will happen? Yes, pathological fracture can happen. And if the sequestrum is not well separated and if you try to remove it, what will happen? Yes? If it is not separated, if you try to remove it. Yes? Yes, it is not separated. We know that it is very brittle and if you try to remove it, it will break. And that's why sequestrum holding forceps, if you see it, it doesn't have a catch. So if you try to catch it, it will break. Now the next group of spot will be on the radiology. Can anybody read this MRI scan? The diagnosis is written at the bottom. This is the MRI scan of the tuberculosis spine. You can see the paradiscal type of lesion with the granulation tissue and axis displaced posteriorly. So what will be the clinical feature and what will the management of this case? That will be asked in your examination on the spot. The next will be on the, what is this? What is this scan? Yes? Yes? So this is the scan of prolapse disc and what is the clinical picture you are supposed to write and what is the treatment you are supposed to write on this scan. There's another scan which shows the, what is this show? The fracture distribution of the spine. Naturally the question would be how will you classify the fracture spine and what is the management of fracture spine and what is the management of rehabilitation, total rehabilitation of a patient with a total therapy. This is very another MRI scan of a system. What is this? Yes, anybody? Even yes, to an necrosis of the head of the tumor. And the question would be, what is the classification? What is the classification?
Stage 1 there will be no radiological finding. No X-ray finding, only MRI finding. Stage 2 there is stage 2 A and B. Stage 2
Yes, stage 2.
is the subcontractist, B is the crescent side. Crescent side.
So you need to know the detailed classification that will be asked. You are supposed to write the classification and you are supposed to write the treatment according to the classification. This is the UAG of a muscle tear. You are supposed to diagnose it. You are supposed to correlate the radiological finding of sonography with your clinical picture. So this is the muscle, in the space, filled with the fluid and the tear. Similarly here, this is the MRI scan of the shoulder. You can see the tear of the supraspinatus tendon. Naturally, the question will be, what is the clinical picture of the patient and what are the types of system, what is the open repair and what is the orthopedic repair, all these things would be asked in the spot. Is the CT scan? The CT scan of the pelvis and the pelvis showing the fracture distribution of the hip joint. So the distribution of the head along with the fracture of the acetabulum. Next question would be how do you classify the fracture acetabulum and what are the different types of treatment. Another of the shoulder, which shows the terminated fracture of humerus. Next the question will be what is the names classification and what are the different types of management according to the bone scan. Technician 99, which is used as a radioisotope, and the pictures are taken. This can be taken as a spot. So, naturally, the question is what are the different types of bone isotope or isotope substance are used? Which is the commonest substance used in orthopedic? Technetium 99 phosphate. That is the right answer. What are the uses? What are the uses of the bone scan in orthopedic? Yes. What are the uses in orthopedic? Yes, that is the one. Early metastasis. Early metastasis. Yes, in early again, yes. Yes, in periprosthetic infection, you can use the bone scan to find out whether it is mechanical loosening or loosening because of the infection. Then it can be used, not that commonly used in acute osteomyelitis. It can be used to find out whether the bone graft is viable or not. Then this can also be kept as a spot. We have a nerve conduction study. They are used in peripheral nerve injury. I think there is a lecture on peripheral nerve injury. Probably it should be covered in detail. But out of these three, ACV is more commonly used because it gives level of the lesion and it also decides the degree of the nerve injury. The other two, EMG and SD curve, pendulation curve, they are sort of painful procedures because you inject the needle in the muscle and it doesn't give the degree of the nerve damage. It also doesn't give the level of nerve injury. So this is the picture of the CV. This is a normal picture. Where the response is slow. If it is slow, that means there is a compression on the nerve. For example, in carpal tunnel syndrome. Or if the response is absent, that means the nerve is completely damaged. In those certain pathological slides are also kept as a spot. This is the typical of osteoclastoma. Can anybody read this? Is it? Yes? This is typical of Gant cell tumor. The most diagnostic feature, just one sentence. Yes, anybody? Is the tumor Gant cell is large in size, it contains many nuclei. The number of nuclei is more than 150. It is the diagnostic feature of a Gant cell tumor. Again, the question will be, next question will be asked, clinical features, management, and the evaluation. This is the histopathological slide that can also be kept as a spot. This is the Ewing sarcoma. What is the classical picture of Ewing sarcoma in histopathology? Rosette formation. Basically, the cells are small, round shape, and bluish in color. Small, round shape, and bluish in color. They are arranged most of the time in a rosette formation. So, the center fabric and the cells are arranged in rosette formation. Sometimes they can be arranged in a sheet or cord-like structure. Again, the question will be asked differential diagnosis or maybe clinical picture and radiological picture and management. In the osteosarcoma, how do you diagnose osteosarcoma and type? Yeah, as I said on the specimen, there are three types: osteoblastic, chondroblastic, and fibroblastic. But to say it is a osteosarcoma, we need to see the malignant prostate formation or tumor bone formation. This is the tumor which is seen. This is the bone which is seen and it's surrounded by the malignant cell. So this part should be seen in each and every slide to say it is a osteosarcoma. Similarly here, what is this slide? It's chronic osteomyelitis. What is seen here? Yes? Why do you think it is chronic osteomyelitis?
Sequestrum is a macroscopic thing or a microscopic thing?
It's a microscopic. This is the dead bone. This is the necrosed dead bone surrounded by.
We'll call it necrosis. The difference between necrosis and a sequestrum. In the stage of necrosis, the bone has died but still not separated. Even in osteonecrosis of the femoral artery, the bone is died but it has not yet been separated. There is a difference between necrosis and sequestration when it is completely separated.
This is a typical slide of osteomyelitis. What is the difference between these two slides?